Hi, today in maths we're going to be doing some counting forwards and backwards to 20. So we really should know all our numbers within 10 now. And some of you I know will be able to count forwards and backwards to 20, but it's about knowing our teen numbers now and how we can use our number bonds that we've already learned to help us with our teen numbers. So before we get started on that, let's have a quick recap of some of the things we've done so far. So what number comes next? So have a look at this number sequence. What number comes next? We've got 7, 8, 9, and the next number is 10. Well done if you said that. What number comes next here then? So look again at this number sequence. What would come next? We've got 6, 5, 4, 3. That one's going backwards, isn't it? How do you spell the number 5? Have a little bit of a think. You might need to pause the video if you need to. How do you spell the number 5? So we spell it I-V-E, don't we? I, which is a split digraph, V, 5. We've done lots of practice on that in school, so hopefully you've remembered that. Then the last one says, how many pyramids? Because these are pyramids, aren't they? Can you count how many pyramids? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pyramids. Okay, so let's have a look then at counting on from 10. So we've got our tens frame, and that's a 10, isn't it? A full 10. So then we go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So again, I'm sure lots of you have been able to count up to 20, not a problem, and I'm sure you can count backwards, but it's about understanding how we write the numbers and what those numbers mean. We'll be learning these as we go on. Tiny says he thinks he needs to practice. So let's have a look. Counting on from 10. So we're ready. We've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I hope you joined on there as well. Well done. We've got to help Tiny practice his counting to 20. What do you notice is the same about these two number lines, these two number strips? Pause the video and have a little think. What is the same? Yeah, if you look, that's a 1 and that's a 1. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and so on. Apart from these have got a number 1 in front of them. Can you see? So we can see the pattern that's forming, and we've looked at this a little bit, haven't we, with our 100 squares when we're doing our counting in 2s, 5s and 10s. We can see the pattern is starting to come together. So this one here, and we're going to look at this a little bit more towards the end of the week, it's not a 1, it's called a 10. And we're going to be looking at 10s and 1s, like I say, at the end of the week. So it's got a 10 with it, because we've got a 10, and then we've got 1 and a 10 with it. So it's 1, and then we've got 10, and that 0 is hiding just behind that 1 or that 2. And that 1 is covering it up. The 0 is what we call a placeholder. But like I say, we'll be looking at that a little bit at the end of the week. So let's do counting back from 20 then. Are we ready? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Well done if you said 0 as well, because 0 isn't on there, is it? So but we still like to say it when we're counting. So well done for counting backwards from 20. What is different then? And I have talked about it a little bit, but pause the video and tell me what is different. Yeah, we've just said, haven't we? Okay, all of these, okay, teen numbers have got a 1 or a 10 as it is, or a 2, which is a 20. Okay, it's 2 10s in front of it. All right, and like I say, we will be looking at that a little bit more at the end of the week. So how many can you see here? So what I want you to do is I want you to remember this is a 10 and then count on. So we'd go 10 and then count on to the next number. So pause the video and see if you can count on from 10. Off you go. So we've got, haven't we? I can count on from 10 to see how many, and hopefully you did that. Are we ready? So we have 10, then we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There are 19. So well done. So we don't need to count that, do we? Because we know it's a full 10. So we don't need to start counting each of those counters. We can say that's 10. And then we know what comes after 10 is 11 and then count on from there. So well done if you managed to do that. Try again with this one then. So we've got our full 10 again. How many are here? Counting on from 10, off you go. Well done. So we've got our full 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And some of you will have been able to just see that was 4 and know that's 10 and 4 more, which is 14, which is fantastic. And that's where we're going to get to. Well done if you managed to do that. But remember, we don't need to count that 10 because we know it's a 10, don't we? We know if it's a full 10s frame, it's 10, and then we can count on. So counting on from 10, are we ready? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What do you notice that's come up down the bottom? The numbers haven't come on the counters this time. What's happened at the bottom here? Pause the video and have a chat with your grown-up. These are the number words to match the numbers. So you know how we did a lot of practice with our numbers to 10 and writing the number words as well? And we did it at the beginning, didn't we, with number 5? We've now got to start practicing our numbers to 20. So being able to write numbers to 20, but also being able to write number words. So we are going to practice that today, but that is something extra that you can be practicing at all times, okay? So thinking about how we spell these words, because some of the words, so a 14 is the number 4, which we should already know because we've practiced, and we pop a teen on the end. 9 we already know, and we put a teen on the end. But some of them are slightly different, and we need to remember that. And we're going to practice those in a minute. So I want you to say the numbers from 11 to 20, and then write all the numbers that end in teen. So look at these numbers here. Say the numbers from 11 to 20, and then write the numbers that end in teen. So if I said 11, would I write that down? No, because it doesn't end in teen. So pause the video, say the numbers from 11 to 20, and write the numbers that end in teen. You don't need to write the number words, just the numbers. Off you go. So we should have written down 14, 13. You've probably done it in the order from after 12, haven't you? Okay, but I'm going to just show you just by circling. So give them a tick. You might have to jump up and down. 18. 11 we don't write, do we? 19 we do. 12 we don't write. 15, 16 we don't say 20, and we say 17. So if you'd have done it where you say from 11 to 20, you're not going to write 11, you're not going to write 12, then you'd write 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then you wouldn't write 20. So we do call these the teen numbers, but 11 and 12 don't have teen at the end. But all the others do. And then we move on to 20, which is then going into more tens. And again, we'll look at that at another time. So here we have some numbers. Can anybody see some mistakes? The little boy is saying he can see some mistakes. So what I want you to do is I want you to go along the number track. So there's a mistake on this one and there's a mistake on this one. So go along the number track, going forwards and backwards. Pause the video and spot the mistakes. Yeah, in this first one, look, he hasn't written 17 correctly, has he? He's written 71. He's written it the wrong way around, and that's a common mistake that we often make. Our 1 must go first because that represents our 10, and our 7 goes afterwards, because otherwise this represents a completely different number. That represents 71, which is 7 10s and 1 1. So let's have a look at the next one then. So there it should be 17. And here we've written 31 instead of 13. So well done if you spotted that. So what's missing this time? Pause the video and write down the missing numbers. If you want to write the full number track, that's absolutely fine. But write down the missing numbers for me. And there's another one. Write down the missing numbers. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so there are the missing numbers. So pause the video, give yourselves a tick if you manage to pop in the missing numbers and you wrote them the correct way. I don't want to see like before with those mistakes. We've got to have them the correct way around, haven't we? With our 1 first, which represents our 10, and then the 5. So well done. Okay, so here are some more number tracks. Again, I want you to pause the video and write the number tracks, complete the number tracks, please. Fantastic, well done. And now we're just going to have a go at writing number words. So here we have 11, and then the word 11, 12, the word 12, 13, the word 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. And all I want you to do is copy from the screen. So you just need to pause the video and copy. Don't worry if you don't want to write in cursive writing. Okay, Miss Creaser presents her work so that you can see cursive writing all around, but don't worry about copying it in cursive. If you want to have a go, brilliant. But if you want to just focus on writing the letters, that's absolutely fine. So all I want you to do is copy the number and the word, because that will help you just practice those number words all of the time. Well done. So let's look at the next set of numbers. Then we've got 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20 and 20. So again, I just want you to pause the video and copy the number and the number word. Fantastic. So this time, what I want you to do is I want you to read the word. It's quite tricky, so if you need your grown-up to help you, you can do, but I'm sure you can use your Fred Talking to help you read most of these. So read the word, and I want you to write the number of the word that I've written. So pause the video, read the word, and write the number of the word that I've written. Okay, and then this time, quite tricky, but if you've written down them from before, we've copied from the screen, then you should be able to do this. So can you write the number word this time? So I've given you some numbers. Can you write the number word of these numbers? Pause the video and have a go. Okay, fantastic, everybody. So don't forget just to keep practicing those number words whenever you get a spare couple of minutes. I know you're doing so much and you're so busy, but it is important to just keep practicing those numbers words as and when you can. And again, just practice writing your numbers to 20. But we will be doing it this week. So I shall see you again later. Bye.